It has never been easier to blow up on X than it is right now, especially if you are an entrepreneur, a business owner, or a content creator looking to grow your audience. And if you've been struggling to get more views, get more followers, get more sales, this might be the most important thing for you to pay attention to right now. I'm about to share with you the framework that I've used to help directly generate over 10 billion impressions for our clients. I currently manage accounts that have grown from 0 to hundreds of thousands of followers, and I myself have built my audience to over 26,000 followers while running a multi-million-dollar agency. And I don't say that because I want to brag, I say it because you don't really need that much time to have some form of success. You just need to be pulling the right levers. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So here's what just changed that nobody's talking about that's helping accounts blow up right now. X just changed their algorithm to be completely run by Grok AI. And they even just updated the open source code on GitHub so we can break it down ourselves. The old algorithm had specific rules like if you get this many likes, you get this multiplier. If you get this many retweets, you get this multiplier. There was a shadowy tweet score that determined if your content even got seen in the first place. And honestly, it favored a lot of the big legacy accounts that have been on Twitter for a long time. But now Elon has deleted all of that, and here's what's replacing it. Grok's XAI is now reading every single tweet on the timeline. It's watching every single video posted and reading line by line every piece of content that goes out. Then it matches the content to a user's preferences based on what it thinks the user will like. This comes to what you call the For You page. This is a complete change from follower-based distribution and goes more towards an interest-based distribution similar to TikTok. And what this means is that whether you have 0 followers or 1 million followers, your content has an equal chance of being seen. Now, this might sound crazy, but even if you have 0 followers, Grok should be able to read the content that you're posting and show it to people who might be interested. And Elon even confirmed this himself in a tweet where he says they need to fix this new user problem where if you create a brand new account, nobody sees any of your content. For years, the biggest complaint on Twitter and now X has always been nobody ever sees my content. And this still happens to this day. Small accounts get little to no reach at all. And it's definitely a work in progress, but we're already seeing massive improvements. Meanwhile, you can create a brand new TikTok or a brand new Instagram account, post some reels, and get organic reach from day one. I've seen people go from 0 to 10,000 followers in a day on TikTok. And back in the day, X has always been about network effects. Who do you know? Who can boost you up? But Elon has said they're specifically fixing the problem where you post something great and nobody sees it. Not only is this massive for small accounts, but this is also massive for businesses who might want to actually post on X. And we're already seeing this play out at scale with our clients. I just did a full breakdown of this in another video, but we onboarded a client in December who just hit 10,000 followers in under 60 days. And he started at less than 100 followers. And we're seeing this play out across all of our clients across dozens of different niches. No matter what niche, no matter who they are or what size they are, their content is blowing up right away. So right now the algorithm is on easy mode. And the reason is because it's actually rewarding good content and not some gamified algorithm hack. But, and this is important, it's only if you make good engaging content. Because here's the thing, the algorithm is only going to push content that it thinks that users will actually like. If Grok watches your video or reads your thread or reads your tweet and it deems it not valuable or not fit to be shared, then it's going to completely mute you, it's going to drown you out, and it's not going to push you to new users. And if you want a head start on growing your X account, I just wrote a 44-page playbook that outlines everything you need to go from creating your first piece of content to actually monetizing it in the DMs. We've used this information to generate over 10 billion impressions and $10 million in sales for our clients. So check out the first link in the description, enter your email, and we'll send that over to you ASAP. So before I show you how to make great content that gets pushed out by the new Grok algorithm, we need to talk about the 3 biggest mistakes that are killing your growth right now. Mistake number 1 is the biggest one, and honestly, it's why most people don't grow on X. And that's that you're making content for yourself and not your audience. I see this all the time. People just post what they want to post and they don't really pay attention to what their audience actually wants. And this is very counterintuitive, especially with this new Grok AI algorithm, because it's specifically programmed and designed to find what users want to consume and align the content on their feed to those wants. I see it all the time where people are just posting their random thoughts, whatever's top of mind that day, whatever they had for dinner, but they're not also mixing in valuable content that their audience actually wants to see. It's very important that if you're going to also be posting the random thoughts and whatever's happening that day, that you also have a schedule of content that is valuable, it's expertise driven, you have opinions, you have personal stories, and you really balance out that content strategy. Because the truth is, nobody cares what you have to say if they don't know who you are. So you need to ask yourself about your audience. What problems do they have? What is the issue of the day? How can you help them solve that? And how can you give that value in a digestible format? And if you're not answering those questions, you're never going to grow, full stop. Mistake number 2, and this is a very practical insight, and I see content creators doing this wrong all of the time. You're not using multimedia in your content. This is a massive mistake in 2026. The old Twitter was completely text only. You could just write out your thoughts, a couple of lines, and be done with it. But the new X Grok algorithm is a multimedia platform. Elon himself has called the platform the everything app for a reason. This means you can post long form text, short form text, videos, images, charts, you can do voice, you can do podcasts, you can do full-length movies, you can literally post anything on X. And that's what makes it so special. Any creator, all shapes and sizes, any format you want can go on this platform. And if you're not utilizing all of the tools in your toolkit, you're not going to give yourself the highest percentage chance to grow on the platform. This is why even at our agency, we used to just be ghostwriters, but now everyone on the team has a little bit of expertise in graphic design and video editing and even clipping and sourcing graphs and everything in between, because it's no longer just writing, it's content creation. And it's important to get on this train now because multimedia is the future of X and it's going to be getting even deeper. So if you don't jump on now, you are going to fall behind. And mistake number 3 is subtle, but it's probably costing you thousands of impressions. You're not niching down enough. With this new algorithm, it's extremely interest-based, and it's more important than ever to be as niche as possible, especially if you have less than, let's say, 10,000 followers. The algorithm is matching the interests of the user with the content that they think aligns with that. So the more niche down your content is, the higher percentage chance that the algorithm puts you in front of an audience. A good example of this is that there's probably tens of thousands of creators talking about how to lose weight, but there might only be 10 creators who are talking specifically how to lose weight if you're a 45-year-old woman from the United States. So as you niche down, you get more narrow in terms of your competition and you have a higher percentage chance of being shown to the algorithm. And this is exactly how you get micro famous in your niche. Someone can literally ask Grok today, show me content about X, Y, and Z, and you have a chance of being shown. Now, this is more important than ever because if you can align your content to the prompt that they give to Grok, you have a high likelihood of being shown. And this is how you manipulate AI and LLMs in your favor. Because if you're an expert in the topic and you are providing specific, valuable, actionable insights, Grok will show you. So now that you know exactly what not to do, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do. Now, I've made other videos on the fundamentals for how to grow your account on X, but I'm gonna share with you something super practical that you can implement right now. Anytime something is trending in news, politics, sports, culture, people flock to X. There's a statistic going around that there's about 500 to 600 million active users on the platform, but when a major world event happens, that literally doubles to over 1 billion users active on the platform. What that means is that X is the go-to platform for anything related to trends and news. I'm sure you've seen, like if you go to Instagram, they have these memes that are literally just screenshots of memes that went viral 2 weeks ago on Twitter. And you see the same thing with news. Anytime something's happening, you have to go to X to get the most breaking news and the most up-to-date information because that is the #1 news source. And now you can actually leverage this in your favor when you're growing your brand. For example, anytime another social media goes down, like Instagram or Snapchat, there used to be this viral tweet that everyone would steal, that's everyone flocking to Twitter now that Snapchat's down. And it was one of those like old reliable tweets that went viral every single time. And you would see accounts with 100 followers getting tens of millions of views. Another example is with the Super Bowl coming up is everyone's gonna be searching up Super Bowl commercials and Super Bowl ads on Twitter. And a great way to capitalize on this is inserting yourself into that conversation. It's like having the wind at your back when you have content rather than trying to fight the wave. And this is how small accounts can get hundreds of thousands of impressions overnight, and it's by far the most powerful strategy for blowing up on Twitter, especially if you're a small account. And a great way to figure out what's trending right now is you can go to your For You page, of course, and see what's being shown to you, but you can also go to the trending tab and see what's trending in your location, what's trending specifically for you, or what's trending in a topic like sports or politics. So let me make this super simple for you. To recap, the X algorithm is on easy mode right now. Small accounts are getting the same reach as big accounts, and Grok is reading every single tweet and trying to match that with users who it believes have the same interests. The playing field has been leveled, but you need to be making the right content that matches up with that. So stop making content for yourself and instead focus on making content for your audience. Use multimedia in all of your posts, insert videos, insert voice, insert images, and really have some variety to the content you're posting. Niche down to 1 to 3 specific topics rather than going too broad, and leverage trending topics to supercharge your reach and take advantage of the organic search that's already happening on the platform. If you do this, you will grow. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Now, again, if you're looking to grow your account on X, I did just write this 44-page playbook that details everything from making your first piece of content all the way down to monetizing everything as well. We use this to generate over 10 billion impressions for our clients. So if you do want that, there is a link in the description for you to get it, and I'll send it over ASAP. If you want to learn how to start making sales on X using DMs, watch this video right here. Really hope you got value from this video. Appreciate you. Cheers.